Hello guys, you are welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, you're welcome. Today's video I will be showing you guys on how I made this beautiful luxury bubu. It is very easy to make. It is a shoulder pleated bubu with lapel. It also has an inner belt to snatch the waist. If this is what you would love to learn how to make, please sit back, relax and enjoy the tutorial. And if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, click the red button down below to subscribe and also click the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified. So without further ado, let's move right to the tutorial. I used 4 yards of brocade fabric to make this style. The first thing that I did, from the 4 yards, I first of all measured 5 inches from the 4 yards and I cut it out. This 5 inches that I cut out is for the lapel. After marking 5 inches, I ruled that into a straight line and I cut it out from the 4 yards of fabric. After cutting, I folded the remaining fabric into 4. I measured neck width 3.5 inches. Neck depth for the back I measured 1 inch. I curved the neckline. From the center back to where the sleeve will stop, I used the total measurements. At that point, I measured 12 inches for the sleeve opening. I am making this dress for a client. I measured shoulder to her knee length, which is 42 inches. And I measured the length of her dress. She's quite tall. So for the length, I'm making a 64 inches length for her. So I measured 66 inches. I'm going to use the 2 inches to fold the down part. On the knee line, I impute a hip measurement divided by 4 plus 3 inches. On the hem line, I impute the same measurement, a hip measurement divided by 4 plus 3 inches, and I connect that into a straight line. From the sleeve opening, I measured 4 inches inward. From the 4 inches, I curve the cowl shape a little bit to blend to the knee line. She said she doesn't want the dress to be too big on her, so I curve it a little bit, not too much, to blend to the measurement on the knee line. That's about it for the drafting. Next is to cut it out. There are different ways to draft cowl shape. If you have been watching my tutorials, you will notice that This drafting is quite different from what I normally post. In my upcoming online course, I'm going to be teaching different ways to draft cowl shape. I am still working on the videos. The flyers will be out very soon. This is how it looks after cutting. Next is to cut the front neckline. So you open up your fabric this way and fold it this way. Make sure that you take your time to fold the fabric properly. I pin the sides down so that it won't be shifting. Next, from the shoulder line, I measure downward 9 inches. From the 9 inches, I measured 2 inches straight to the hemline. After marking 2 inches, I rule that into a straight line. This marking is for the lapel in front. Then from the 9 inches, I connect it nicely to the neck width. From the 2 inches on the 9 inches neck depth, I connect it to the neck width. After that, I cut it out. I'm going to be replacing these cutouts with the fabric I initially cut out from the beginning. Next, I spread the fabric wide on the table this way. Then from the shoulder line, I measured 7 inches. After the 7 inches, I measured again 7 inches. Then I find the midpoint of the second 7 inches. I am marking on the right side of the fabric. Then on the midpoint of the second 7 inches, I folded it like so and pin it down. The height of the pleat is 3.5 inches. So on the midpoint, I marked 3 inches upward, 3 inches downward, making it 6 inches length. So I will take to my sewing machine and stitch the pleat down on the 6 inches length. I repeat the same thing on the other side. From the neck width, I measured 7 inches. I measured again 7 inches. I find the midpoint of the 7 inches, which is 3.5 inches. Then from the 3.5 inches, I pinch it like so and fold the pleat and pin it down. The height of the pleat is 3.5 inches. The height of the pleat is 3.5 inches. From the midpoint, I measured upward 3 inches, downward 3 inches, making 6 inches length. I'll stitch on the 6 inches length to hold the pleat down. Next, I notch the center back. I'll iron stay to the lapel. This is the 5 inches that we cut out from the beginning. So I'll iron stay to it. After that, I'll fold it and iron it. When you fold it, it will be 2.5 inches. So I'm going to sew with 1/2 inch. I'll stitch the lapel to the neckline like so with 1/2 inch. After that, I'll be left with 2 inches. At this point, I've sewn the lapel to the neckline. I have also stitched the shoulder pleat down. The edge of the sleeve, I have folded it with 1/2 inch twice. So what I'm doing, I'm overlapping the lapel on each other. After that, I'll pin it down. I'll take to my sewing machine. I'll stitch from the neck depth. I'll stitch it like so. Then when I get to the knee length, I'll cross it because it's going to have opening. It's going to have opening in front so that she can move her leg freely while she's walking. So what I'm doing, I'm pinning it down before taking it to the sewing machine to stitch the overlap on each other. It's going to have inner belt. I've sewn my belt and I've torn it. I've already made a detailed tutorial on how to fix inner belt to your bubu to snatch the waist. For the belt placement, I flipped the fabric back to the wrong side. I measured shoulder to the waistline, 16 inches. Then from the center front, I measured 7 inches on the left, 7 inches on the right. So I'm going to place the belt on the 7 inches mark and stitch it down. After that, I will sew the sides, hem the down part, give it a good press, and that's about it for today's tutorial. This is the final look, guys. We've come to the end of today's tutorial. Check my next post for tutorial of the braided headband. If you find my tutorial helpful, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below if you've not done so. I upload weekly tutorial on my channel. Also remember to click the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified. Until I come your way next, please stay safe and remain blessed. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.